Welcome to bonus day.
Alright guys, welcome to Chargeback Forward. It seems Big Mike has finally given me the honor of introducing a pickups video. Let's share what Big Mike did with his extra money and some money that should have gone towards bills for the months of March and April 2011. Big Mike, what's going on?
Alrighty, now I let Terence do the opening intro there. He promised no physical violence against me for the next 2 days.
That's maybe because I won't be around you for 2 days. It's very good that we are not going to be around each other. Please tell us about the games. Sorry guys, I just watched Galaxy Quest.
That was actually a really good impersonation. Alright, so starting out, now we did promise we're never going to do 3 months together again for pickups, but we didn't say we weren't going to do 2 months together. Alright, so starting out, first, nice little game from Xseed here, Fragile Dreams, which I missed out when it first came out available. Actually, it was on a trip to Chicago at the time when I walked into the EB after the show and picked this up. And we'll have to show off.
My.
Yep, Hideo Kojima would be proud.
Yeah, but I think she's too old. Oh my god. I don't even know what this is, but it's great.
This was a bit of a surprise. If anyone watched our last video there, the unboxing of Dodonpachi Resurrection, I'd mentioned that Cave was no longer making any region-free Xbox 360 games. Well, foot firmly in mouth, I'm completely wrong, because here's another region-free game by Cave. The 2 bullet hell shooters there put together. That's, hopefully I'm pronouncing this right, that's Muchi Pork.
Muchi!
And Sweet Pinks. And let me tell you, out of them both, like, Sweet Pinks is actually the much better game. The pack is worth it just for this one.
Well, I think Sweet Pink is better in all categories. I find it funny, too, that and really cool that they've been able to put together 2 games from 2006 and 2007 and then release them this year and have people buy them.
There we go. And like usual, keeping with my criteria, I bought the special edition. Comes with a nice soundtrack in there.
Excellent. So have a quick look at the back there. Yeah, that's some gameplay and
some bullet hell shooters.
Bullet hell shooters.
So if anyone, I know our last video there got quite a positive response for people who want shoot 'em ups on the 360. So if you guys are looking for a region-free one, you don't have to worry about buying a $500 Japanese 360. There you go. And
if there's some crazy reason why you guys want to see this unboxed, PM us, throw it in the comments. You know how Big Mike takes to peer pressure. Alright, here we got Dodonpachi Dai Fukusato version 1.5.
There you go. So a lot of people have already seen our unboxing of this, but in case you missed it, please check it out. Link will be right about there somewhere.
I think actually the link's going to be right about there.
Oh, we're getting fancy. Next, we have Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Quite frankly, our most requested unboxing ever, which we are going to oblige everyone and do. I have lost track of how many responses wanting to see this one unboxed.
That's a problem when Big Mike has no more fingers and thumbs to count on.
That's true. So that's just to let you guys know, if you ever want to see anything crazy like this, just let us know. We will do our best to show it off. So stay tuned for our unboxing video of this one. Okay, next, I bought an import Dreamcast role-playing game. Now, despite usually I could just buy a game based off this absolutely awesome artwork, a bit of a unique story comes with this one. I was completing the survey, and please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe it was some type of Smithsonian Games as Art nominations going on, and they had games from every genre, from the Atari 2600 days to modern, and every system had, like, you know, RPGs, shooters, adventures, blah blah. And so when I got to the Dreamcast section under RPGs, there was Skies of Arcadia, Shenmue, Phantasy Star Online, and this game, Rhapsody of, hope I'm pronouncing this right, Zephyr?
That looks like Zephyr.
Yep. And I figured, you know what, I know it's a Japanese RPG and I won't be able to really understand or play it that much, but I'm considering if this game was good enough to be nominated for a Games as Art, then I just had to have it in my collection. Alright, next I have to give a fellow YouTuber props on this. YouTuber Savage Trench was traveling to the western seaboard there and was able to pick this game up for me. It's links to Faces of Evil on the CDI, complete with slipcover and everything, so thank you very much, brother. Really appreciate that. So now I have 2 games in the, what I like to refer to as the Unholy Trilogy. Unlike the Holy Trilogy of the Snatcher games on the older systems, this is the Unholy Trilogy, which is the Zelda on CDI. So just Adventures of Link yet to go, which unfortunately is the rarest one. Alright, next I finally picked up Dr.Hauzer on the 3DO. There's a little bit of a story with this one. This was one of my first games purely in Japanese that I was able to sit down and finish in one sitting, in one night. I just sat through the whole thing. There's not a word of English in this bloody game, and I figured out, you know, it was fairly simple to figure out. It wasn't like an RPG. It's more of a survival horror game, based off like Alone in the Dark and Resident Evil style games. But an excellent game, and the best thing about 3DO is no region lockout whatsoever. So if you have a 3DO, by all means try to pick the sucker up if you like survival horror games.
So is this like a 3DO version of dr.hauzer?
It's actually not as scary as Dr. Hauzer. And keeping with collector's tradition of picking up anything Atlas releases, especially box sets, I got Radiant Historia on the DS soundtrack box set. Not open just yet. I will get to it eventually, we hope. Alright, time for a little PSP love here. We got the third birthday, which a lot of you viewers may know as Parasite Eve 3. I know it's not getting the best of reviews, but you know me, I'm a little bit more easier going than professional critics. I seem to be able to forgive a few things here and there a bit more than they can. So either way.
Funny thing about this, I was actually listening to episode 13 of All Gen Gamers podcast, and it was a Halloween issue, or Halloween episode, and it focused on horror games and horror movies. And whilst they were talking about horror games, Parasite Eve came up. I believe it was Johnny Millennium, had a console gamer, was talking about it, and he brought up an interesting point where it's kind of weird that part 3, first off, isn't called Parasite Eve 3, it's called The Third Birthday, and 2 is this phenomenon of games receiving sequels on portable systems like the PSP, and then there was others that were out on the DS. Kind of an interesting business model, giving fans sequels but without putting the immense amount of money that it takes to produce a high-end current-gen title.
And with the fact that both the PSP and the DS were extremely successful in Japan, probably doesn't hurt sales too much either.
I wish it would have been a better game though. I think I'll still hit it, but I have to get through 1 and 2 first. This is actually a personal message from me to Atlas, letting you guys know that if you put a piece of shit in a box and put your name on it, rest assured, Big Mike would buy it. Just saying. Not that you guys would ever do that, your games rock, but still, he's that committed.